Hey everyone, and today I'll be covering what you need to know if you're trying to use a VPN with Bet365 or really any major sports betting site. Now, the short answer is you can use a VPN to access your account while traveling, but it only works if you already have a fully verified account. So unfortunately, you won't be able to use a VPN to get around the sign-up process due to the strict KYC checks. And that's because platforms like Bet365 are licensed in specific countries, and as part of that, they're required to confirm who you are, how you're funding the account, and where you're actually based. But if your account is already set up and you want to log in securely from outside your country, maybe while traveling or living abroad, then using a VPN can be a great option. In this video, I'll walk you through how to do that safely without getting flagged, which VPNs work best for this, and what to avoid so you don't risk getting your account locked. And as a reminder, I'll include links in the description to any current discounts or links to the full reviews of the VPNs I'll be covering, so feel free to check those out if you're interested. So unlike streaming platforms where you can usually hop between countries with a VPN and not worry too much about it, Bet365 takes a stricter approach. And that's because your login location is part of their ongoing compliance monitoring. So if you sign in from an IP address that doesn't match the country your account is registered in, it can trigger a manual review. In some cases, your account might even get frozen or closed altogether. And this isn't just a one-time check when you create your account. It's something they keep an eye on every time you log in. So if you're using a VPN, it's important that the server location matches the country your account was originally verified in. Otherwise, it may look like you're trying to get around the regional restriction, even if you're just trying to access your account while traveling. Now, before you log in with a VPN, there are a couple of steps you'll want to take to make sure everything runs smoothly and safely. First, it's a good idea to clear your device's DNS cache. This helps remove any old location data that could accidentally reveal where you're really connecting from, even with a VPN turned on. To flush your DNS, click on your Windows tab on the bottom left, search for CMD and click on it, and then when the CMD opens up, type ipconfig/flush DNS, and this will flush your DNS. Once that's done, open your VPN and connect to a server that's in the same country your Bet365 account is registered to, and just wait a few seconds until the connection is fully established before moving on. Now, when it comes to choosing a VPN for Bet365, not all providers are going to be a good fit. There are a few specific features that you'll want to make sure are included, because without them, you could end up exposing your real IP or getting your account flagged. The first is obfuscation. This is a built-in feature in certain VPNs, which hides the fact that you're using a VPN at all. And that's especially important here, because even if you're connected to the right country, Bet365 can still detect and block VPN traffic. So you'll want a provider that uses obfuscated servers to keep that hidden. The next is the kill switch, and this acts as a safety net in case your VPN connection drops. Without it, even a brief disconnection could leak your real location, which can be enough to trigger a security review on your account. So make sure the VPN you choose has a reliable kill switch built in. And finally, it's worth considering a dedicated IP address. With most VPNs, you're sharing an IP with other users, and that can sometimes cause issues, especially if someone else on that same IP has triggered a flag before. A dedicated IP gives you a clean, private address, which makes things much safer if you're logging in frequently from abroad. With that in mind, here are a few VPNs that check all the right boxes. So if you're looking for a VPN that works reliably with Bet365, there are 3 providers that are especially well suited for this: Express, Nord, and Surfshark. Each one includes the features we just talked about, but with a few differences worth noting. ExpressVPN includes both obfuscation and a kill switch by default, so your connection stays hidden, and you won't risk exposing your real IP if the VPN ever drops. Dedicated IPs are available, but only through their Pro plan, so that's something to keep in mind if you're logging in frequently from abroad. Now, NordVPN also includes obfuscated servers and a kill switch, and it gives you the option to add a dedicated IP separately, so it's a good choice if you want a bit more flexibility or prefer to customize your setup. Now, Surfshark offers the same core features, obfuscation, kill switch, and the ability to add a dedicated IP. And since it comes at a lower price point, it's a practical option if you're looking to keep costs down without losing out on privacy or stability. By the way, you'll find links to each of these in the description down below, including any discounts currently available. Now, even with the right VPN, there are still a few extra steps you'll want to take to keep your account safe, especially if you're logging in from a different country. First, it's better to stick with a desktop or laptop when using Bet365. That's because mobile apps tend to store more location data, which can create problems even when you're connected through a VPN. So unless you're back in your home country, it's a good idea to uninstall the mobile app for now and use the website instead. Next, try to only open Bet365 when you actually need it. Leaving it running in the background all day or switching back and forth between different locations can increase the chances of triggering an alert on your account. It's also worth noting double checking your VPN connection every time before logging in. And if it's been a while, go ahead and flush your DNS cache again just to be safe. This only takes a few seconds and helps prevent any older location data from leaking through. And finally, be careful with large withdrawals while you're abroad. It's better to keep things low-key, take out what you need, and wait until you're back home for anything more substantial. That just helps you avoid getting flagged by automated fraud detection systems. Now, just as a quick reminder, this is only intended to help you safely access an account you've already verified. It's still your responsibility to make sure you're following any local laws around online gambling or VPN usage, especially if you're traveling or living in a country where those rules are stricter. So before logging in, take a moment to check what's allowed in your current location just to avoid any issues down the line. And that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you found this guide helpful. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, as I always appreciate that. And if you have any questions about a VPN with Bet365 or anything I didn't cover, feel free to leave those down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer as many of those as I can. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.